Welcome, my friends. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Jen Hilman, and in today's practice, I'm going to guide you through some simple stretches that you can do to relieve headache tension. I know that migraines and headaches are really common for a lot of people. Fortunately, some simple stretches can really make a big difference in releasing tension in the head, neck, and jaw, and help to bring some relief to that chronic or reoccurring head pain. So go ahead and like this video and leave your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Then we are going to be sitting for pretty much all of this practice. So you can sit on the floor, on your mat, or you could even sit in a chair or your couch, wherever you feel comfortable. Believe it or not, headache pain can actually be a result of chronic sitting. We spend so much time in a sitting position that it often throws our posture way out of balance, which ultimately stacks up the spine, leading to tension, tightness, shortness in the neck and up into the head. So this is a major contributor to a lot of the pain that you'll feel around the base of the skull, around the sides of the head, and even coming around towards the front or into the eyes. So the first thing that we want to do is start with good posture. So whether you're sitting on the floor or sitting in a chair, we can address this posture issue from the get-go. So what I want you to do in a chair or on the floor, I want you to lean forward a little bit and walk your sitting bones back a little. So you just kind of scooch your sitting bones back. Now, if you are sitting in a chair, go ahead and come forward towards the front of your chair and then work your sitting bones back from there. Then we'll go ahead and sit up into your seat, and you are going to notice a subtle difference. So we've made a slight adjustment in the placement of your pelvis, which actually allows for the natural curves of your spine to wave upward toward the head. So give yourself a moment to just observe this posture. By this one simple adjustment, you find a nice, relaxed, easy posture. Let your shoulders relax down as you feel length and spaciousness along the sides of your neck. Now we're going to start with some easy head rolls. Just take it nice and slow. You don't even have to move at your full range of motion. This is just a very gentle opening movement. Slowly rolling your head around. See if you can maintain that feeling of lift and support through your posture as you roll your head in one direction. Then when you're ready, you can begin to roll your head the other way. So really listening to your body here. We really want to take good care, especially if you're dealing with pain. There's already tension in your body. So we want to address that tension with a real compassionate, loving attention. You can slowly bring your head back to center whenever you're ready. Then lower your chin down to your chest, just softly folding your head forward. Keep lifting up in your spine, feeling the shoulders relaxing down as you fold the head forward. So you're going to feel a gentle, easy stretch along the back of your neck. Now we can begin to accentuate this stretch by bringing your hands to the back of your head. Then just softly, with about 20% pressure, just gently begin to press down along the back of your head. Let your elbows relax down towards the floor. Let your shoulders relax so your arms feel heavy as you apply just a steady, gentle pressure along the back of your head, increasing the stretch at the back of your neck. Now, from here, you can stay right where you are. If this is feeling pretty juicy and good and you just want to hang out here, that's great. You can also incorporate a little bit of movement by gently rocking your chin from right to left. Now, I do encourage you to move slowly here.
Take your time. Don't rush the movement. Just want to find a gentle twist, rocking the chin from side to side. And notice how that changes the stretch from one side to the other side of your neck. And if you come across a spot that feels particularly good to stretch, feel free to hang out there for a minute. Feel free to give it a little extra time, maybe one extra breath, so you can really work into that feeling of release. And once you've thoroughly explored that space, we're going to roll your head up towards center. You can keep your hands where they are. Just begin to open your elbows out towards the sides. Now we want to actively stretch the elbows wide, so really feel like you're spreading your wings. Let's inhale and extend up through the crown of your head, feeling that sense of lift. Then as you exhale, you can press your head back into your hands, gently curling your heart and chest up towards the sky, but keep opening the elbows wide as you stretch across the front of your chest. Maybe even feeling a stretch into the front of your neck, definitely opening up through the upper back. Good work, my friend, you're doing great. Let's slowly release and bring your head back up to center. You can relax your hands down to your knees. And again, let's just take some easy head rolls. It doesn't have to be the full range of motion, okay? We just want to feel the movement. And just notice if it feels any different. And you can reverse direction and roll your head the other way, just paying special attention to observe any changes that you feel. Great work. Bring your head back up to center as you're ready. Now we're going to take it into a little more stretch along the sides of the neck and across the tops of the shoulders. So let's start by extending your fingertips 45 degrees off towards the sides. If you're sitting in a chair, you can actually reach down and try to hook your fingers like underneath the seat of your chair, if that's an option for you, but that's going to help you get that feeling of extension down the length of your arms, okay? So we're reaching the arms straight and strong and reaching all the way out through your fingertips. Now, pick a side, any side, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna do them both. But I'm gonna start by bringing my right ear down to my right shoulder. So we're starting to access that stretch along the left side of the neck. Now with the left arm extending down and out, we're feeling that full stretch across the side of the neck, maybe even up into the base of the ears, the attachments at the base of the jaw. And this stretch is going all the way across the top of the shoulder, maybe even accessing a stretch down the length of the arm. If that chain of muscles is tight, you're going to feel that stretch moving all the way down. It's all connected. Keep reaching down and out through that left arm as you lean your head to the right, or, whichever side you're doing, you get it. All right, so we're breathing into that stretch. Now here, slowly turn your chin down towards your shoulders. So we're rolling the chin down, still leaning the head off to the side. This is going to slowly shift the stretch more along the back quadrant of the neck, rolling your chin down, leaning your head off to that side. Now, keeping that side bend, we're going to slowly roll your chin up towards the sky. And this is just in degrees, you guys. This is just enough that you start to feel the stretch moving across the front quadrant of the neck. Rolling the chin up as you lean your head over to the side. Oh yes, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the front of the neck. Then slowly turn your head back to the side and roll your chin softly down to center. So we just release the head forward. Good, then roll your head back up to center. Yeah, you can take your time. Do all of this as slowly as you need. Notice the difference from one side to the other, right? You're going to feel a lot more energy circulating and surging through the side that you just stretched. So let's balance it out. Reaching your arms down and out, feeling extension through the arms, the forearms, the wrists and hands. Yes. Then we're going to slowly tilt your head the other way. So I'm bringing my left ear to my left shoulder, accessing that stretch along the right side. And again, don't be surprised if you find that one side feels a little different than the other, right? We are not always holding tension in balanced and symmetrical ways. So just let yourself be present for whatever arises in this moment, whatever you feel on this side. And then we're going to take that same little exploration that we did before. So still leaning your head off to the side, slowly start to roll your chin down towards your shoulders. So we're rolling the chin down, rolling the gaze down, still leaning your head over to the side. Keep lifting up through your spine. If you've started to slouch, lift up and extend, because that's really going to give you the stretch that you're looking for as you turn your chin down and lean your head to the side. Then we can reverse and see what happens when you slowly begin to roll your chin up towards the sky. Again, I do encourage you to please move slowly here, especially when dealing in the head and neck. We don't want to make any sudden movements. We don't want to do anything too brash. You want to take it real easy on your body. This is an area that's already tense. So go really slow and gentle with yourself. You can roll your head back to the side and softly release, rolling your chin down to center. So we're just kind of let the head be heavy and hang. Then you can slowly roll your head back up to center. Right? So that should be feeling pretty good. If you want to take a couple more head rolls, or you can just let your head float on top and notice what you feel. Okay, so take care of yourself 100%. That is what this practice is all about. Let's take a few shoulder rolls here as well. Loosening up through the tops of the shoulders, which, carry so much tension here. Let's just move it around, loosen it up. You can reverse directions in your own time. Feels so good. And let's just do a little bounce up and down, bounce up and down. Yeah, let the arms relax, bouncing the shoulders. Good. You can relax as you're ready. Okay, now we have a little bit more work that we're going to do in the neck to help release tension across the front of the jaw. All of this that goes up in here, right? So some of you may be familiar with the face smush. Comment below if you're a fan of the face smush. And if you don't know, you're about to know. So again, we're just anchoring into that beautiful supported posture with the sitting bones reaching back, lifting up through the spine. We want to feel that sense of extension and lift. Now, I'm going to turn your chin to one side or the other. I'm going to start to the right. So turning your chin towards, if you're following me, you can go towards the right shoulder. Looking as far to the right as you can. Try not to bring the left shoulder around, okay? We want to feel a little counterbalance. We anchor the left shoulder back as you turn your gaze to the right. Okay? From here, bring your right hand to your right cheek and we begin to press. You want to press your hand into your cheek as you press your cheek back into your hand. So we're giving equal amounts of pressure between the cheek and the hand, pressing simultaneously in towards each other. Now we want to do this for like 20 to 60 seconds. We say like 30 or 40 seconds. So you can count to yourself or just follow along with me. And I'm taking an intuitive guess. You press, press, press. Give it just another breath. Equal pressure. Press, 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 press. Good. Then we'll softly release your right hand and see if you can rotate your chin even farther to the right. So you may have found just a couple more degrees of movement, maximizing a deeper stretch across the left side of your neck. Now slowly roll your head down to center, relaxing the weight of your head. Good, then we'll slowly roll it back up to center. Just taking a nice easy journey back to neutral. Notice what you feel, right? So let's try it on the other side and see. Now you kind of have an idea what the exercise feels like. So now turn your chin the other way. For me, I'm turning chin over left shoulder and working to anchor the right shoulder back. So we have a counterbalance in that stretch, right? You kind of miss it if you bring the shoulder around. You want to anchor that shoulder back so you start to access that stretch across the front line. Okay, now we're going to bring your left hand to your left cheek and begin to press, pressing your head into your hand, pressing your hand simultaneously back into your head. We're working a nice steady pressure. It doesn't have to be the hardest ever, right? We want to find a balanced pressure that you can maintain for, that we'll say 30 to 40 seconds, pressing. You can do it longer if you want to, but if you like up to 60 seconds is plenty to get the physiological response that we're looking for. So we press. Feel into it. Find your edge. Good. Then we release the left hand and see if you find a little bit more rotation. Yeah, finding a little bit deeper stretch. And slowly roll your head back down to center. Just take it easy. Nice, gentle movement. And slowly roll your head back up to center. Take a couple deep breaths. Sometimes you might feel a little bit of a feeling of like recoil. So sometimes when we work into those deep stretches, especially when we're stretching into the attachments along the spine, when you make your way back to neutral, it can almost feel like a sense of discomfort, maybe even like almost painful. But as long as it's within that safe range of like tolerable discomfort, just take those deep breaths and your muscles they recoil back to their neutral position, and that discomfort should dissipate if you're feeling any discomfort at all. Okay, good. Beautiful work. You can roll your head, roll your shoulders, loosen anything up. And by now, I would imagine you should be feeling a pretty significant relief. But we're going to finish out our practice with a little self-massage because there's nothing like loving yourself. So you can bring your hands up to the tops of your shoulders, and I'm using the finger pads here on my hands to just gently knead across the muscles at the tops of my shoulders. So I'm hooking the fingers in and then pulling my elbow down. So that's giving me the pressure by pulling the elbow down. So I hook the fingers into the muscle, then pull the elbow down to get a little bit of a stretch. So that way it's not all having to happen in my hands. I'm not making my hands tired by just working a gentle kneading pressure across the tops of my shoulders. So we manually manipulate the tissue. Then you can take this up into your neck, right? So we've been working the tops of the shoulders. You can begin to work the finger pads up along the back of your neck across the right and left side of your spine. Now, you can play with tilting your head up. That might feel good. Or you could play with tilting your head down as you knead your fingers across the side to side of your neck, right? So this is very much about you, what feels good. We're just doing a little bit of self-massage to release any excess tension wherever you need to let it go. Okay, then after you've had a chance to just kind of squeeze out the muscles, you can slowly relax your hands down to your lap. Let your shoulders relax and feel your head gently balanced on top. And if you need to readjust your seat a little bit, just go ahead and do that. Readjust your seat so that you can feel that nice, easy curve of the spine, extending you up to center. Now, turn your awareness inward, tuning into your breath. As you take an inhale, I want you to take a full, big, deep breath. And as you fill up your lungs, I want you to fill up so much that you even fill up into your neck and your head, almost like a balloon, feeling breath expanding all the way in and around your dome. And as you exhale, feel the pressure release, feel the balloon deflate as you release the air out. So we're going to do that 2 more times. It's kind of a visualization, but you can also kind of feel it. As you inhale, We expand through the belly, expand through the ribs, expand through the chest, all the way up until you expand through the base of the skull, expanding. You can almost imagine your skull stretching, getting bigger with breath, all the way up to the top of the breath. And as you exhale, it reverses. Feel that feeling of compression, condensing, releasing, deflating as the breath moves all the way out. Let's try that one more time. Full deep breath in. You can go slow. Draw the breath in fully, past the lungs, into the neck, into the base of the head, into the jaw, feeling that breath really, really expand, creating more spaciousness. And as you exhale, we feel that sense of release and relax. Softening, softening through the head, the neck, the jaw, shoulders, the back, the spine. And then just let your breathing gently return to neutral. Take these next few moments to observe how you feel, letting your breath move slow and steady in a rhythmic pattern. Relax your jaw by creating a little space between your teeth. Just feel a sense of gratitude for your body, even if you're still feeling slight bits of discomfort. The more frequently you can engage in these practices, the less and less tension you're going to be carrying. So it's all good. You can bring your hands together at your heart, thanking yourself for making time to stretch and take care of your body. And I thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide. It's truly an honor and a pleasure. Find me on my social media at Jen Hilman. Say hi, stay connected. You can also visit my website, jenhilman.com. And I hope to see you on your mat again soon. Feel better. Until next time.